Samaira Kavatkar.
Singh.
My name is Tiflo.
I'm Jen Valisi.
I'm John Nguyen.
My name is Barry.
I'm Jari.
My name is Krzysztof Czewiński.
Well, I come from India, a country known to use any ingredient or product in its entire form. So leftovers is basically how we respect from where the produce is coming.
I'm actually born in Vietnam, so cooking scraps is very easy for me because we don't waste anything in Vietnam. We basically cook from the skin to the stem and everything else. My grandma will never let us throw things away. Say, oh, I can use this for this and that. Then we always learn from her how to cook. So the thing is, we don't throw anything away at home.
My parents are 100% Filipino, but I grew up in the US, so they have that kind of immigrant mentality of really being resourceful. You grow up finding ice cream tubs that are filled with leftover food. That then translated into our food, eating every grain of rice off a plate.
I'm originally from Hong Kong, so I'm of Chinese heritage. In Chinese cooking, it's very usual to use whole animals, whole fish, and all the bits from head to tail. Someone will have the head, will offer it to the elderly as a sign of respect. And then we'll also serve the tail because that's good fortune. When I worked for my first chef, Pierre Kaufman, he was really strict on not wasting anything. We would pick parsley and use the leaves for salads and garnish, and then the stock, we would use them for aromats to make sauce and stocks. Chef would actually check our bins to see if we've thrown away scraps. If we don't, he used to famously just invert the whole bin on top of someone's table, so everything is just because of two leaked tops.
So when I was a kid in Singapore, I would follow my mom to run groceries to the wet markets, and that was where I learned cooking. So when I was growing up, we were never allowed to throw any food away. My mom would use peels or the skins of citrus fruit, and then we would incorporate that into a dish.
Here in Hong Kong, there's a lot of stuff coming from abroad, so we have to be super careful with the ordering, right? Utilizing all of the ingredients is a key element of running the successful operation. Some stuff which, especially when it comes from abroad, we cannot send it back. We have to utilize what we get. It's not always exactly what we're looking for. And then in that way, we work towards how we can utilize every single part of the vegetables or meat, so there's no waste on it.
咁我嘅餐廳入邊啦，我就會盡可能將所有嘅食材嘅部分用晒嘅。例如，如果我有啲蝦嘅殼啊，一啲魚嘅魚頭魚骨啊，有好多時都會攞嚟整汁啊、醬啊、湯啊。之前有個活動啦，咁都會將啲魚皮、魚乾都攞去做一啲小食喺餐前嗰度用，咁就盡可能地將好食材嘅每一部分都用晒。咁同埋我哋都會用一啲本地嘅食材啦，佢都可以減少呢一個碳嘅一個足跡嘅。
I chose leftover cooked rice. Rice is one of the staple foods. I mean, in an Indian household, our meals are incomplete without rice. Leftover rice becomes a new dish altogether, wherein it's fried rice or fodni bhat or it's curd rice. The dish that I'm doing is Tair sadam, which is curd rice, which comes from the south of India. I want to show people that how a simple leftover rice can be created into versatile, nutritious dish.
I'm cooking bang tom. Bang tom is a Vietnamese dish where you sweet potato, shrimp, and I want to take the potato skin to incorporate it inside. I want to see what's the best to use for the potato skin. And general frying, people love frying, right? You can't really go wrong with frying, so I decided to do the bang tom. You know what? Actually, potatoes peel, basically you can do anything. You put it in soup, in salad, put it in main courses. There's so many ways of incorporating these ingredients where there's no point of wasting it. The funny thing is, I was doing potato skin, then I was peeling it inside earlier, and I had sweet potato. I was like, oh, why don't we just mix it up?
Today I'm making Filipino chicken beefsteak. It's traditionally made with beef, but in an effort to be a bit more sustainable, we're using chicken. It's a dish that traditionally uses a lot of onions. Any Asian household, you're gonna be using a lot of onions in your cooking. The peels of those onions are usually thrown out, but actually you can use those onion skins or peels to turn it into a seasoning to add some mild onion flavor, as well as a lot of nutrients and antioxidants into a dish. My mom would always cook it for us growing up, but she doesn't eat beef. So this is actually almost an ode to her using chicken. It was easy to incorporate the onion skin seasoning since it's something that I'm already doing at home in order to utilize a food scrap that would normally go to waste.
The dish I'm doing today is stir-fried cauliflower with preserved sausage and leek tops. I just thought of a few ingredients that a lot of households would have as a backup. Preserved sausages, you wouldn't use it in one go. Also cauliflower, maybe you won't use the whole thing. You can use the fat from the preserved sausage and it will give flavor to the rest of the dish. I'm a big fan of leeks. I think it's very underused and underappreciated. If you cook it properly, it's really sweet. However you do it, caramelize it or deep fry it gently, it will bring out the sweetness of the leek top. Or just even use it as a garnish as we do in French cooking. We call it leek fondue if we cook it in butter. It has a very sweet flavor.
Every cuisine there's something that similar technique-wise, which is like what I'm doing today. It was really one day I had like leftover fettuccine at home. Mapo pasta is like a minced meat pasta. It's similar to Italian like what bolognese. And bolognese made from with what like tomato sauce and all these like Italian herbs. Instead that I use Sichuan Japanese ingredient. They're pretty similar but just different tastes.
What I would like to do is bring Asian influence to the dish. We soak the cucumber in a salt solution, and then after we press it down, and we whip tofu together with avocado and with tahini, and we use leftover rice to make a rice cracker. For me, coming to Asia was discovering different ingredients, right? This dish especially is playful. It's a nice snack for the afternoon.
So the dish that we are making today, which is the lemon asam paste, we cook a lot back home in Singapore, and I learned this from my mom. Usually use mandarin peels in our recipe, and today we are gonna use lemon peels instead. We could ferment the lemon peels, or we can also pickle them. You can also make it into like a cure by using the lemon peels on proteins or seafood. So many ways to use lemon peels.
咁今日呢一個 dish 咧，其實我屋企有時都會整下嘅。佢係用咗一個我哋會話過熟咗嘅番茄啦，即正常嘅料理入邊就未必會用到啦。咁但係佢係熟透嘅番茄會好有一個鮮味，咁我就會煮咗個湯，咁就配咗一個味噌同埋一啲蜆去一齊煮一個湯咁樣。咁我今日就會用咗隻赤味噌，咁佢係會濃少少個發酵味嘅，亦都會相對配翻個熟咗嘅番茄個味多啲。如果一啲番茄你過熟咗，你想去善用埋佢啦，除咗去煮咗個湯之外啦，我覺得可以去整一啲風乾嘅番茄啦，完全風乾晒之後做一啲番茄嘅粉啊，做一個番茄鹽、番茄糖咁樣。
The food scrap that we're using are lemon peels.
Leftover pasta.
Onion skins.
Leftover rice.
Potato skin.
過熟嘅車厘茄。
Cucumber peel.
Tea leaves.
Leftover leek tops.